Darcy. Hello. Did you think I forgot about you? I know I'm a few minutes. Well, okay, I think I'm 1 minute late. I'm 1 minute late. Ah! And I'm trying to get not Twitter. Wow, there's a blast from the past. I'm trying to get. Here we go. What is this? What is this thing I have over here on the screen? Instagram to work, and I think I have it going now. Awesome sauce. Yay. Yes, I do, because it's told me that people have joined. So, yay. And Monica is here. She was probably here going, Jesse, you're late. Good morning, Monica. It's been a week, guys. Oh, my goodness. So much. Let everybody get in here for a minute here. So, my daughter Kyla, also known as our fabulous illustrator for Crochet Foundry, Jen Donaldson. I feel like, Jen, I know you. I just like, there's so many Jens and Jennifers in my life as a child of the 80s. Um, and I'm having one of those which Jen moments. And I know you. Monique, hello, Monique. Yes, you do. And she's just going to let me hang right here. She's going to be like, yes, you know me. Oh, my goodness. Now, if it was like Jen Moyermeyer, who is like one of my best friends, that would be really bad. With the cat. Yes, with the cat. I know. That's Jen with the cat. On yeah. But I feel like there's more than the cat. So anyway, yes, my daughter Kyla, aka our fabulous illustrator for Crochet Foundry, um, got home. She spent 5 weeks at SCAD, Savannah College of Art and Design. They have a Rising Star program that happens between your junior and senior year of high school, when you can go there and you take 2 college classes, one in the morning and one before lunch, one after lunch, for 5 weeks. And she was going to take the like freshman design class and the freshman drawing class, but it turned out one of the classes she's taking in high school next year counts for the freshman design class, so she won't have to take it. So instead, um, she took the freshman design class. The one she's taking in high school counts as the freshman drawing class. She took the freshman design class and the freshman sequential art class, which is like comic books and storyboards for like movies and cartoon and animations and various, when they have the storyboards before they make things. So she took those classes because she wants to go into sequential art and doing comic books and storyboards. And the professor does comic books and storyboards. He's done a lot of work for Marvel. He still does. He's actually right after uh, Rising Stars, he had to go to a storyboard gig. So he does a lot of work for Marvel and Disney and just some other really amazing things. And she had a blast, and she learned so much. You might notice that. Hello, Sarah and Darcy. Darcy, I feel like it's been a little while since we've seen you. Um, you might notice when the August edition of Crochet Foundry comes out next week that there aren't any like new illustrations in it, and that's just because she got a little swamped in there. I didn't have the stuff to her early enough, and she was a little swamped with all of that. So, but the September illustrations are almost done, and they're going to be totally fab. So, it's always fun. I think it's fun for the designers to see which of their designs end up getting drawn. And I think the September designers are going to be happy because she got a few of the designers in there. Unfortunately, not everyone, but she got a few of them. Yay! Okay. I knew it had been a while since we saw you there, Darcy. So that's cool that you are back. Let me just double check over here on Instagram. No comments. I always try not to ignore them, even though their comments don't show up really right here where I can like go like woo, and there they are. So I try not to ignore them just because they show up in a different way. Um, you should never ignore somebody just because they show up in a different way. So anyway, yeah, so Kyla is back, and then she had missed her birthday. The twins' birthday was July 13th, and we had a little party here for Vero. On Was it? I think we actually did it on his birthday. I think we did it on his actual birthday, if I remember correctly. But then Kyla had her little party yesterday. She just had a bunch of people over, and they they were gonna like play games in the living room. They did play a little bit of games, but they mostly just like chatted and hung out and were goofy because that's what teenagers do. And yeah, and I'm also super proud of Kyla and her friends because they discussed a friend of theirs who was experiencing some issues with somebody else, and they solved the issues. They protected their friend, and it was something. It was enough of an issue that she should really talk to her parents, and they got her to talk to her parents. She wasn't at the party because she wasn't feeling well. But after the party, they talked to her and they got her to talk to her parents and things got taken care of. And they all kind of banded together to take care of their friend who really needed it. And I was so, so proud of all of them to see that at their age. It gives me a lot of hope for the future, right? Like, super proud mom moment. Super, like, I had a hard time not, when they were discussing it, I had a really hard time not like stepping in and becoming the mama bear and being like, who is this kid who's being mean to this other kid? I am so going to like smush him into oblivion. I was like, I'm gonna leave them alone, and I will talk to Kyla tomorrow to find out what's going on, and then if I need to step in, and I will. But I didn't need to because they handled it, and I was so proud of them. And it really does, it gives me so much hope for the future. It is totally awesome. And exactly, these kids, man, the kids nowadays, they just give me so much hope. They're really, it's so refreshing to see the love that they have for each other. And this one young man that was there, there were we had guys and girls, and there was this one who happens to have the same name as my brother, which made me like him from the start. But he's a very good egg, and the kid who was not being good was also a guy, and so it was actually my daughter and the young man, and the young man is the same name as my brother, who went later on and talked to the kid who was being not good with their friend, and like, calmly talked to him and let him know he was in the wrong and everything. Because unfortunately, sometimes you need a guy to talk to a guy because they don't listen to the girls. But my daughter went anyway, along with the guy. But the guy who went with them, awesome. Like, I loved him already. Now I love him even more. So yeah, kids are freaking amazing right now. Lola Bean Yarn Company says good afternoon. Good afternoon. I can't highlight it because she's over here. They're over here on uh, Instagram. Lola Bean Yarn Company. You had okay, guys. Lola Bean Yarn Company had the best Instagram post. I'm so gonna have to mark this on YouTube as like talking about crap I shouldn't talk about, but she had the best post on Instagram, with a picture of Kamala Harris and then a picture of Stacey Abrams, like, president and vice president. And I was like, oh my God, yes, please, yes. All right, that's all before I have to start marking it as something different for, yes, Lola the yarn is amazing too, as well as the people. Yeah. Uh, See, we can all agree about that. All right, I think I've given people enough time to join here and bragged about how awesome my daughter and her friends are. My son and his friends are awesome too, but that was definitely a moment I had to be proud of my daughter. So, let's look at this little whatchamacallit that I've got going on here. The shawl for July, guys. give me until the school year starts, and I will start having these shawls done like when the month starts instead of like hopefully before the month ends. All right, so the shawl for July, here's the one that I'm using while I'm making like the video tutorials and everything. So you can see I'm just about done with the third section. Okay, so the original one that I made that I then decided I needed to make it over again because it was a little too warm for July. You can see here, you can see here was section one, which is the domino squares crop top. I'm showing you the back. The only difference between the back and the front in this, by the way, so you can tell, is when you get to the next column two, the column squares. Um, it is the Cal shawl, Monique. This is the Cal shawl. The other one that I held up a minute ago is the one that you're actually seeing in the in the design in the post. Um, but this is what it's going to be when it's done. So the only difference between the front and the back is section two right here, which has the column bag, is the design that I used the stitches from for section two. There's two rows of post stitch on the back, and there's 3 rows of post stitch on the front. That's the only difference until we get to the sides. So here is section one is the domino square crop top. Section two was inspired by the column bag. Section three right here is inspired by the meshy dress, and I made a little bit of changes to it when I did it over here in the one that's for the actual pattern, and you see that I have the more solid row first before I do this. So this is basically, I'm currently working on there's 2 more rows, another row of this and another row of this, and then section 3 will be done. And then section 4 is where we also really have a front and the back because we hit Tunisian. So section 4, there's one on each end, and it's inspired by the uh, drop it low skirt. Nope. Um, yes, that is the name of it. I didn't write this down. I'm just like remembering it here. Um, so that is Tunisian. So of course, at this point now, we do really have a front and the back. And then what was next? 5 and 6 are the 2 lace borders that happen after the Tunisian, because they also go on the edge of the Tunisian. And they are the summer shells shawl and the short and lacy skirt. Okay. And then it was what, 5 and 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. All right. And then 7 is inspired by the Echo scarf. We have little pineapples hanging off. And 8 is inspired by the earrings, the jellyfish, queen jellyfish earrings. And this was the one that was the hardest for me. These last 2 were the hardest for me to come up with, like something that didn't actually give away the designer's pattern, right? Like, because the idea here was to use the stitch patterns that are used in each of the designs. So you guys get like a little sampler, okay? It's free on the blog. You get a sampler of the different kinds of stitches. I make sure that the tutorials are really clear. I do a video tutorial, and it gives you guys the confidence so that when you get the magazine that you've paid for and you're working on those patterns and you need more yarn to make them and everything like that, you have more confidence. But the point is not to give you the pattern for free that somebody else designed, right? I'm just using the stitches, not the actual pattern. I'm using like the stitch patterns in them. And then I got to the jellyfish earrings, and I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Because I couldn't just put the jellyfish earrings on there as much as I wanted to. Like visually, I wanted to, right? It would have been really cute, and you certainly can. You have the magazine. For those of you, like, You bought the magazine? Great. Use the jellyfish earrings as the tassels if you think they'd be cuter there. Do it. But I didn't want to give you the pattern. That would have been totally unfair to the designer and, probably against the contract. So I just used kind of the beginning of the top of the jellyfish head to make the top of the tassel. There's also like this really cool, like, how the jellyfish have the part that comes out here, and the actual tentacles it's really, really cool, you guys. I love the jellyfish earrings, they're so cute. All right, so what else did we say? Yes, this is the July shawl. Yeah, it is the cow shawl. Yes, Monique, you have to get the yarns. You got yarns, so you better get started. Yes, but you know what? The August one is going to be a little bit behind as well. So, it'll be like September, October before I'm really on schedule with these things, with the shawls, just because like I got them started. I started it before I probably should have waited a couple months and like made sure that I probably should have waited like and not done the first one until September so that I had time to like do everything ahead of time. But I got a little excited and started them earlier than I really was prepared to. But isn't that just the story? It's like, I'm like, oh, whatever, they'll forgive me. I just wanted to start and play and have the cows going. So, yeah, the drop it low skirt. And then there's also the short and lacy skirt. They're both awesome. I love the skirts. It didn't have stitching, probably not trying to exactly see, and that's the thing. It's like I like with the shawls, I like to be sure that I can really give you guys some real clear tutorials so that you have all the tools you need to be able to succeed making the patterns within the magazine. Some of them provide great tutorials, like there's links to video tutorials with some of them. Some of them have charts. They have different things, and they're all, of course, tech edited. I have an amazing team of tech editors, and then we also have the proofreaders. And the thing, like, even after the tech editors are done, sometimes the proofreaders will catch something in the pattern. It's not usually like a mistake in the pattern, like it's not usually something that'll change how the pattern is made, but they'll still like catch like a capitalization mistake or something. And Yeah, it's I've got an amazing team of tech editors and proofreaders and everything like that make sure that everything is just exactly what you need. But still, I like to do the shawls in addition to that to make sure that you really truly have the confidence you need to know that you can succeed in making all the patterns from the magazine. And it's nice for those of you. Thank you, Monique. It's nice for those of you who maybe can't afford the full magazine to be able to like have something free that you can do. And again, like I said, it's nice to be able to try out the different patterns before you buy the full amount of yarn for a pattern. It's like, oh well, can I really do this like modular, diagonally, it seems a little scary, domino square crop top, and then you do it, you're like, oh my gosh, I can totally do this. And then you don't mind spending the money on all of the yarn for the pattern and everything because now you have the confidence and you know you can do it. And maybe you wouldn't have tried it before. And those of you who were here last week, I was wearing the domino squares crop top. And oh my goodness, I have to say, I looked good in that thing. Like, that was really, it looked good on people of different sizes. Like, it really is flattering on different sizes, which is lovely. It's awesome. Jellyfish earrings are so cute. Yes, exactly. And they would be, so those of you who buy the magazine, put the jellyfish earrings as the tassels. Go for it. You have every right to do so when you own the magazine and you are using the pattern, that has been paid for. I couldn't do it on here since I was putting the pattern up for free. That would not have been cool. Not only would I be giving you for free something that I was trying to charge you for somewhere else, but it would be uncool as far as with the designer goes. It would be basically stealing her design, which is not something we do. Sarah loves shawls and is so down for this. Awesome. Yes. Yeah, and the thing is with YouTube, sometimes you find amazing tutorials, and sometimes you find tutorials that aren't so amazing. And sometimes it's a stitch pattern that there's not necessarily, it's not like an official stitch pattern, so you can't always find a tutorial to help you with the one thing that you need, right? And that can be annoying, or you can spend hours on there that you don't have. Yeah, it can be hard if you don't have the specific tutorial for what you're looking for. Let me check. Okay, no more comments over here on Instagram. And suddenly my nose is itching. What does that mean? Does that mean I'm having? I think my mom's gonna be here tomorrow. Does that count? Um. All right. Cool beans. Got through all the comments. So yeah. So my goal here today. I'm almost done, and I've been making the videos as I go. So the video for section 3 is done. My goal here today is to finish section 3 and get the tutorial for section 4, which is the drop it low skirt. It's the Tunisian part. Um, we'll see how far I can get, and then at on Friday at 2 a.m. So basically, I just don't go to bed on Thursday. I just stay up until 2 a.m. and then I hop in the car because my husband drives, and we drive to from here. We're in New Jersey, in almost Manhattan. Okay, so I'm like a commuter town of Manhattan. I'm just on the Jersey side of the Lincoln Tunnel. We go all the way. Basically, most of the time we're just on Route 80 until you can see Ohio, and then you go south for like 20 minutes or so, and that's where we're going. So we're going from almost Manhattan to almost Ohio. This is actually in Pennsylvania, Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania. And we'll be there for 2 weeks doing medieval camping. Penzic, for those of you who know what that is. And yeah, limited internet. And my fabulous moms will both be busy on Wednesday at noon, on both of those Wednesdays at noon when I'm there. And I think it would be super fun to do the lives from there anyway, because I'll try to get some of like the really cool crafty things. When I'm there, it's very, it's not like, it's not one of those like Ren Fair kind of things where it's very like kitschy or very like fantasy or anything like that. It's not like LARP. It's not like LARP, which also includes like fantasy kind of stuff and everything. This is more along the lines of like the Civil War reenactment stuff. Where they're not like reenacting the true battles like they do with the Civil War reenactments, but it's close to that because as in like it's more based on the history, which means I spend the time there taking classes, um, where I learn how to do things like I learn how to do the lucette. I learn how to do like the finger loop braids, and I learned null binding, which is like a precursor to like knitting and crochet and everything. Different kinds of weaving. I've shown off you guys some of the gold work stuff that I've done there, which is like embroidery and needlepoint using like gold threads and everything. So there's all of these really amazing historical crafts that I can take classes on, and you learn the history of them and you learn how to do them. It's amazing. So, well, the next 2 Wednesday lives will be from Penzic, and I'm going to try to make sure that I can show you some of those things. I'm pretty sure that there is an app for this streaming. I have StreamYard is how I'm able to have this on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and it's something I pay for, so I expect it to actually do things well. It's not a free thing. So I'm pretty sure I need to check. I'm pretty sure there's an app for it that I can do it on my phone. And I'll just make sure that I've got a full charge, and I'll have like a charger brick to charge that I can have my phone plugged into, so I can do the streaming live with my phone there. And that should be so much fun, guys. I'm really looking forward to showing that to you. And Monique has constantly reminded me that I need to make sure to be taking lots of photos and videos and stuff the entire time I'm there, and sharing with you guys constantly while I'm there. So keep your eyes on Instagram, and keep your eyes on the Crochet Foundry Makes group in Facebook. So make sure if you're on Facebook, you join the Crochet Foundry Makes group, because that's probably where I'll be sharing a lot of the live stuff. I'll be sharing it there, and I'll be sharing it on the Instagram, on the Crochet Foundry Instagram, and I might toss it on the Jessie at Home TikTok. I don't know. But if you keep your eye out in the Crochet Foundry Makes group, and then you guys can always talk to each other when I post something, if I post it to a weird place because I'm running on a little sleep and not enough showers. So, you can all talk to each other there. I'm gonna have, like I said, I have very limited internet access. I can get it from my phone, but anything beyond having the internet on my phone, I have to like pay to have. It's only $2 an hour. I tend to go to there's like a little internet cafe thing where you can go and have internet, and I do that as needed. So, just know that I'm going to be slow to respond to things and everything, probably, because even having the internet on the phone, we tend to ignore it when we're doing the medieval stuff, right? So, anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to try to make sure that you guys have some of the fun along with me over the next couple of weeks. We've got some more comments here. Let's see what was the last one that I did? Yes, sometimes you have to watch several tutorials before you find one that makes sense. Have to contact your friend in Georgia to help you sometimes. And totally, yeah. I mean, I have people who will like randomly contact me and they'll be like, Jess, I don't get this. Can you help? You bought your first Tunisian crochet hooks, and my tutorial will be your first attempt. Oh, Monica, I am flattered. I'm definitely going to have to make sure they're really good tutorials then. And yes, Monique, photos. Monique will not let me forget. Trust me, guys. There will be, oh, I left the banner up. There will be tons of photos and videos and stuff, because if there's not, I will hear about it from Monique, because, I basically, that's her job, is to make sure I don't neglect you guys. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to all of the really cool crafts that I can share with you guys. It's gonna be really, yeah, all of the really cool medieval crafts. I'm trying to see. I don't really have anything. Like, I so need to pack, guys. Like I said, we leave at Friday morning at 2 a.m. So I have the rest of today. Tomorrow, I haven't even started packing. As soon as I'm done here, I was like, I have to do my Wednesday live, but then I promise I'll pack as soon as it's over. Oh my gosh, my husband is a saint. I do not know. I do not know how he manages me, but he does. Like, he's like, okay, just make sure you get it done. I'm like, okay, sweetie. He's awesome. He loves me. I love him. It's all good. So yeah, that is like, woo! Have I said exciting yet? um. So yeah, I think we're pretty good today. I don't think we're gonna go that long, because, like I said, I have 2 weeks of medieval camping to pack for. I felt like I had something else I was gonna show you, which is why I keep looking around. But I'm losing my brain cells. Not enough sleep. Um, so yeah, let's see. What do we have? We have the shawl. I would like to today I should have the tutorials. I should have section 1 is already up with all the tutorials. Sections 2 and 3 with all the tutorials should be up by the end of the night tonight. I'm hoping to have section 4 tomorrow. Oh, look at this. Darcy is going camping tomorrow too. I do not know what a koa is. Darcy, I have no idea what that is. It sounds Hawaiian. I don't know what it is though. I have no idea. You're gonna have to tell me. I need education, Darcy. I need some education. Tell me what a koa is. Any sneak peeks for August? Um, Camp, oh, Campgrounds of America with a K. I don't know why. Why is it a K? There's probably a reason. uh, Sneak peeks for August. Let me. I thought I had shared some. Um, I'll tell you what, because it's going to be really annoying for you if I try to find them all right now. So, writing implement, writing implement. Here we go. Writing implement. Um, I will put up some sneak peeks. Here, let me put this in. Sneak peeks on Instagram and Facebook. Okay. I need to make sure that the sneak peek photos go in the little folder for our designers and affiliates anyway, so that they can send out a few sneak peeks before next Friday when the magazine comes out. So I'll get those all in there today, and then I will do a couple posts throughout the rest of this week with some of the sneak peeks for August. It's really cool. I think y'all gonna like it. I sent out right now it's been through all of the it's been through everything up through proofreading. Like the very last thing that happens after the proofreading is I send it. I do everything. I make all the changes I need to make from the proofreaders, and then I send it to the designers and the people who write the articles as well. All of the people who put something in the magazine that I can't currently think of the word for. English not being friendly with me today, and it is my first and really only language, so I'm not sure why. Um, anyway, it's right now. It's with the designers, so it's in the very last looks, and so far the designers who have replied back from it have just been loving it. They so I think it's a great issue, and I love it. We have two of our new models are on the front page. The cover photo this month. There's actually two designs on the cover photo with two of our new models on the cover photo, um, which is super cool and fun. I love that. And yeah, so we've got what was I saying? We have the show. Parts 2 and 3 will be today. Hopefully, part 4 will happen tomorrow, but I can't guarantee that. Um, the rest of it, I will be doing my best to have it all out before the end of August. I am bringing all of my video stuff with me to make sure that I can finish everything while I'm out there camping. We're there for the 2 weeks, and the first like 3 or 4 days, there's not a lot that happens. My husband is what they call a land agent. So when you go to, because with Penzic, there's like 12,000 people who go every year, right? So it's this giant Cooper Lake campground, and they have it all kind of like they have like street signs and everything, and it's all like gridded off, and there's different sections. We're in section N13 is our little like section that we're in, and in section N13 there's a couple different camps. There's Drachenwald, which is where all of the people from other country from outside of the U.S. and all the military personnel are part of the Kingdom of Drachenwald. So we have that royal encampment there. And then we have where I camp with the Kingdom of Acher, which is like a little other outside of this organization, another one that comes in. Um, and we, so where I camp in our little camp, there's one person who's in charge of like making sure that our campsite is the right size, and making sure that all of the people who camp within our little campsite within Acher like know where they put up their tents and everything like that. And that person is called the land agent. So my husband is the land agent, which is why he needs to be there at 9 a.m. on Friday morning. which is why we leave at 2 a.m. on Friday morning. So we're like the first, like when we get there, the only people who are allowed to come in are the land agents and their families, right? So the first few days are very slow, which we get like shopping and campsite set up and everything done. But that's also when I can do some of the videos and everything like that. I make sure I have plenty of batteries. I make as many trips as I can to where I can like get internet access and all of that. So I should be able to finish up the July shawl. And then obviously a lot of the August shawl is going to happen while I'm camping as well. I have all the yarn for August, September, October, and November. I have all the yarn for those. And do I have through November? Yeah, I did. I think I even went through, I think I went beyond November. I think I have the yarn all the way through like I might have all the yarn through February. I don't remember. I know I sent out like 3 or 4 different yarn requests to like 3 or 4 different companies, and I sent them each a couple different ones. So, yeah. So I'm getting myself like I'm at the point where I'm batching things. It's like I'm doing this for the next 4 months worth of issues. I'm doing this for the next 4 months of issues. So I'm finally like really getting into the whole like now I know what I'm doing thing, you know. So, um, yeah. So anyway, yes, that's a lot of people. You love the number 13 here, Monique. Yes, we're N13. Um, it's easy for me to remember because of the 13. My kids were born on the 13th. They were born on July 13th. So um, yeah, an early morning drive at 2 a.m. Well, Monique, what I do is I just stay up Thursday until 2 a.m. and then I get in the car and I promptly fall asleep. And then I wake up and we're there, and it's so quick. Like I said, my husband, amazing. My mom is actually going to get here early tomorrow morning, early Thursday morning. My mom, well, not early. She gets here at like 9 a.m., I think, tomorrow morning. So my mom will be here tomorrow morning. She goes camping with us every year. She and my husband just adore each other. Um, and so she'll be here tomorrow morning. My husband will pick her up from the airport. Uh, she'll help us making sure we can get everything ready. And she'll keep me calm because she's awesome like that. And then I have a Honda Pilot, which has like the third row of seats that like folds down. So we have my husband who's driving, and then I'm in the passenger seat, fast asleep, and then either one kid and my mom or both kids are in the seats behind us. And then we, with the third row of seats, like you can open up one or you can open up the other two. So it's like one and then the middle and the other side. So we'll just open up the one. Actually, no, I think it's one and one because I think that makes 7. Yeah, it's one and one because the sides come in a little bit for the wheel wells, I think. So we'll just open up one of them so there's more room to pack stuff. So there'll be one row person in the third row, and then we also tow. We have a trailer we tow. So everybody will get in there, and I'll fall asleep, and probably the kids will fall asleep. My mom might try to stay awake to entertain my husband, but she might fall asleep too. So my husband just better stay awake. And yeah, I learned a long time ago that I need to sleep or not. I basically fall asleep whenever my husband drives because it's my self-defense mechanism. It keeps my marriage strong because I can't like tell him that he's driving too close to the person in front of him or all of the other things that I want to say, especially when he's driving my car. So I just sleep when he's driving. No, the internet is not very valuable. Exactly, Monique. It's so quick, it's a dream away. uh, I don't know what you love, Monique, but I love you. What did I miss? Sarah, what did I miss? Oh, I see. I missed this post up here. Oh, you're roughing it in a Hilton in Denver the weekend after next. Got it. All right. I'm like, I missed something. Oh, and then Monique had said, love the 13, and she meant to say that I love. I don't know. I don't know, but Monique loves me too, so it's all good. Oh my goodness. Let's see, no more comments over here on Instagram. All the Instagram people are just like, oh my god, Jess, you've lost your freaking mind. Not that I ever like had it, but still, they're all just like, we're not gonna say anything, man. They're so chill. The Instagram people, they're like, we have nothing to say. Facebook, YouTube, you guys, you'll chat away with me. The Instagram people are like, she's gone, round the bend, totally gone. We're just gonna sit here and hopefully they're amused by this crap. I don't know. Um, I wrote live instead of love. Oh, okay, you wrote live instead of love somewhere. Um, I'm not sure where. Monique is with Sarah condo camping. Or not Monique, sorry, that was Monica. This was Sarah condo camping. I keep doing that with Monica and Monique. Um, Monique forgot that I can read her code. Yes, I totally can. It's a mom thing. It's a mom with a dyslexic child thing. I can totally read. I can read most of it. I can read almost any sort of thing that you try to write and don't quite get. So it's all good. All right, guys. I am going to get going so I can get packing. And the next couple of weeks, we are going to have a blast. Things probably won't start up with like all of the fun medieval stuff until probably Tuesday or Wednesday. Just because, like I said, the first few days are very slow there. People are still just arriving and setting up and everything. And I'm going to be working on making sure to get the shawls going and all of that. Um, and then there should be so much fun historical crafting content. It's not going to be, the stuff from Penzic is not going to be crochet. Um, there might be some knit, and there will almost definitely be some nail bending, and maybe even some like lucette and that sort of stuff. But there'll be a lot of things that I think you guys will find really, really interesting. A lot of great historical crafts, and a lot of it is done with yarn and thread, or at least a lot of the ones that I like to do. So yeah, you guys, it's gonna be super cool, and I really look forward to sharing it with you. You can totally post it, Monique. Please, 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 please post it. Um, we will make sure. Sarah, learning more about the SCA every day stuff. Cool. And you guys, Sarah Cat, if you two could maybe what we should do is on Wednesdays after the live post. So today, as soon as we're done here, if one of you guys could post a they're my Sarah and Gabby. Sorry, Sarah and Gabby are mods. So if one of you guys could put up a post and pin it, that is show off your Cal progress. Um, you guys can share in that post, and on Wednesdays, I'll try to share from there. It might not happen while I'm at Penzic, but on other Wednesdays it will. And so it'll go up after our live, and it'll stay up until the next live when I can share from it, and then we'll unpin it and do a new one. So Sarah and Gabby, if you can make it sure that happens. Sarah is on it, of course. Um, and then in addition to that, though, guys, in addition to commenting on the like show off your Cal progress, that's the one that I'll like look into to be able to share on the live and stuff. But if you have like some sort of question or anything like that, if you want to post, just make a post in the group. You guys, you're always welcome to post in the group. Please post in the group. If there's any reason why like you actually can't, like if I have the settings wrong or something, let me know. But you all should be able to post in the group, and I love it when you do so. Post in the group, share your progress on the CALs, share what you're making from Crochet Foundry, from the magazine, from any of the patterns that you can buy from the independent designers. You know, when you buy those independent designer patterns, the majority of the money that you're spending on the pattern is actually going to the independent designer. Okay, that's why that's one of the things I love about it, and why it was important to me to make sure that I was able to get that going well. Like they had been doing it beforehand, before the previous owners had been doing that, but the way they had been doing it was just it was very clunky and took a lot of time to make sure everybody got paid, and it wasn't, nobody could really see what their sales were or anything like that. because it wasn't done like through an app or whatever. I actually got an app that like handles everything, and they can all see what their sales are, and it automatically pays them and everything. So it runs much smoother. It costs me more money, but it runs much smoother. And so I love it. I love that it's one of the ways I'm able to support designers beyond just like the people who I hire for the magazine. So if you're making any of the patterns that you bought from Crochet Foundry, um, share all of that stuff. Make your own posts in the Crochet Foundry group. Let us know what you're doing. Share the links to where people can get the pattern or whichever issue of the magazine it is on Crochet Foundry if you can. And let us know. I'd love to see that. I would love it if you guys were more active within the group. I mean, I know I post in there all the time. I'd love to see you guys posting. I really encourage the communication in there, and just it's all about the community. I don't want the community time to only be our lives and our sit and stitches. And there is a sit and stitch tonight from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern. It is right now. It is 12:47 Eastern. So in like 6 hours and 13 minutes. So wherever you are right now in Eastern, it's almost 1, which take whatever time it almost is where you are and add 6 hours, and that's when the sit and stitches on Zoom. The link to the sit and stitch on Zoom is in one of the featured pinned posts in the Crochet Foundry Makes group, and it also was in the newsletter that was sent out this weekend. I think this newsletter went out on Sunday instead of Saturday. Like I said, it's been a week. Yeah, so come to those and chat in the Facebook group. Share your work. Have fun. Like, totally. Let's make sure this community is really, really a community. Ask your questions, everything. Show off what you're making. I will love to see like the yarns that you've chosen, all of that. You have 3 projects on your hook, and Darcy, even if they're not Crochet Foundry, you can totally share what you're working on in the Crochet Foundry group. I've tried to set it so that there is every Wednesday, and actually, so yeah, starting today, I believe is the first one. Every Wednesday, I do have a sneak peek post that goes up. That's like the Wednesday work in progress post. So it should. Oh, I think I have to actually. I think No, I said it. I scheduled it through Facebook, so it should automatically post in the Facebook group. It should be up. In the Facebook group for today, there's a work in progress Wednesday post where you can share. And that in there, I don't care if it's Crochet Foundry or not. So on those work in progress Wednesday posts, just share whatever you're making, even if it's not Crochet Foundry. And Darcy, when you're working on your patterns, if you want to show something off, if you have a question, go for it, even if it's not Crochet Foundry. You know, life's too short. What is SCA? It's oh my gosh, the Society for Creative Anachronisms. It's a medieval reenactment group. So that's what it is. It's a big medieval reenactment group. It is mainly USA, but it does span the world. There are people from other countries and stuff, but it is mainly USA. So, yeah. Monique asked if there's a sit and stitch tonight, probably right around the time I was saying there's a sit and stitch tonight. Yes. So there we go. And I really am going to go now and get packing. So I will see you all. Hopefully I'll see a bunch of you in 6 hours and 10 minutes. And you will be hearing from me in Pennsylvania, all medievally, with all sorts of historical crafts and stuff. And we're going to have a great time. All right, awesome. I will see you tonight, and have a great day. Thanks for joining, and I'll talk to you later.